Hi, Burke. And hi, Aubrey. How are you guys doing today? Did you get outside? It's nice out. I just played a really interesting gig. So at the care home, everybody, like the whole care home is in lockdown, but all the people who live there have been super bored, nothing to do. So they hired me and my friend Jane, who's a classical violist, and we went in and we stood at the end of the corridors for all of the rooms, and they set out chairs at the outside of everybody's doorway. So all the chairs were at least 2 meters apart, and we played down the hallway. So we stood at the top of the hallway and played down the hallway, and everybody was sort of facing inwards, but that way they could still have a concert and be safe. And we had to wear surgical masks and sanitize our hands between every concert. Like we played 4 mini concerts, and we did one like facing one way down the hall, and then we walked down the building and then went down the other hall, and then we went upstairs, and we had to sanitize our hands between everyone because like if we were touching the elevator button or anything like that. So it was really interesting. But yeah, they really enjoyed it because they were so bored. They were just so grateful that we went in. And every other concert that I had scheduled for there and for like Origin for St. Patrick's Day got canceled, but they worked it out so that they felt it was safe. It was crazy. Like even just getting in the building, there was like a massive blockade. There was people checking in. You had to fill out a questionnaire to make sure that you hadn't been in contact with anyone who was sick or been out of the country. Like they're being so careful to keep everybody safe. So anyways, it's nice to be able to go do stuff like that. So I think, do we have anybody else in the class today? We've got Burke and Aubrey and, oh, hi, Ella. Hi. So I think Stevie was planning on joining today, so hopefully she's out there or was able to find us okay. So I'm going to start by playing the tune that I'm going to teach. It's called Highland Fairy Lullaby, and it's in your book. I'll tell you what page it's on so you can look it up after. It's on page 45. So I'll teach it by ear, but later if you want to check on any of the notes. Oh, and that reminds me, Jolene, I still have to get you a book. So when you get a moment, send me an email or a text. And when I'm finished teaching tonight, maybe I can drop one off for you or something, because I think that will help for you guys to have one. Oh my gosh, Miriam! Hi, I'm Chelsea. It's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you because a whole bunch of my students are in the same class at school with you. So I guess you didn't really get a chance to really get to know very many people because school got canceled so quickly after you arrived. But hopefully when all of this craziness ends, we'll have a chance to meet. So how this works, I don't know if you've ever learned by ear before, but I'll play the tune first so you have a chance to hear it. And then I teach the tune phrase by phrase, and we do it all by ear. And I do have the tunes written out in a fiddle tune book if you would like to have the music for later. You can get my email from any of the people online and send me an email, and I can get you a tune book as well. So you'll have that. And then finally, on the same channel, there's a video that is titled Highland Fairy Lullaby. That's just a video of me playing through the tune a few times. So after you finish learning, you'll have that to play along with. And if you guys find that recording too fast, just remember you have control of being able to speed it up or slow it down. There's a little icon in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube screen. And if you click on that, it looks sort of like a gear. If you click on it, you can change the playback speed. So anytime if it feels like it's rushed or you just need it to go a little slower, check on some notes, you can slow it down. So That's great. I'm glad you guys all made it to the class. Welcome. You have no idea how exciting it is for me to get to teach you guys like this. It's awfully lonely right now. Is anybody else feeling like that? I so badly just want to go up to people and give them a hug right now. I feel like everybody just needs a big hug. So here's a big hug for everybody, in case you didn't get one today. Okay, here's Highland Fairy Lullaby. So we'll do this one first, and then at 2 o'clock, I'll do a little bit trickier of a tune at a little bit faster speed. So if any of you guys find this was easy and you want to try a challenge, you can try the next one too. Here we go. Here's Highland Fairy Lullaby. One more time. Okay, so we're gonna do one more time of listening before I teach this tune, and this time I call it conscious listening. So this time I want you to be listening for a few things. I want you to be listening for how many parts does this tune have? Does it have one part? Does it have two parts? Does it have three parts? What note am I starting on for each of the parts? Am I starting on the same note or am I starting on different notes? I want you to be listening for, are there similarities between the two parts or three parts? Do they have some notes, some patterns that are the same? Maybe they have the same ending, stuff like that. And also listen for things like slurs. Am I slurring at all? Anything else like that that might help you when you're learning the tune after. So really honing into what I'm doing, trying to pick up as much information as you can about the tune before I even teach it. Okay, so here's one more time. Conscious listening this time. And one more thing that you can do when you're doing conscious listening is you can try singing along, humming along, whistling along, and just really trying to get the tune in your head first. Because once it's in your head, it's so much easier to get your fingers to do it. Here we go. How did that go? Is it in your head now? Hopefully it's starting to get in your head and it wasn't too hard for you to sing along with. Okay, so now we're gonna start learning the tune. So I'll play a little phrase and then I'll get you guys to play it back to me. Everybody get ready. Here we go, first phrase. Ready, your turn. My turn. Your turn. Great job. Excuse me. I'm going to add a little bit on now. Listen to that one more time. Everyone all together now. One more time. So in case you didn't get that, I'm starting on open A. The next time I move, I'm going up to a C sharp, so second finger on A, and then up to open E, and then back to the C sharp. So let's try that one more time. Make sure everybody's got it before we move on. Great job. Okay, here's the next part. It goes like this again. From the E back to the C sharp. So it's going to do that twice in a row. Have a listen. Let's try putting that all together. Nice work. Let's do that a few more times. Ready and go. Nice work. Okay, 2 more times. Ready and go. One more time, and then we'll add some more. Ready and go. Nice work. Here's the last phrase. So I'm going from the E to the C sharp again, and then down to the B. Everybody got that? Let's try it one more time. Great. So if we put that all together, this is what we've got so far. Nice work. Let's do that a few more times. Make sure it's really solid. Ready, set, go. Same thing again. Ready, set, go. Nice work. Let's try playing that very softly, because this is a Highland Fairy lullaby. Lullabies are meant to put people to sleep. So let's try playing it very softly. Do you know how to play very softly? what can we do to play softly? There's a couple different things. First of all, we can use less bow. So we can use a smaller bow, and we can also use less arm weight on our bow. So making sure that we're not weighting our bow as much. But there's a third thing that some people don't know about. It depends where we put our bow on on the highway, so as our contact point. The closer we play to the bridge, the louder it's going to sound. And the further away we play from the bridge, the softer it'll sound. So if we play closer to the end of the fingerboard, we'll get a softer sound. So we can try using a combination of all three of those things to play very softly. Okay, let's try that now. Ready, set, go. Very good. Let's try that one more time. This time try and be even softer. Ready, set, Wow, that was so soft. Okay, now for fun, let's try and play it loud. Try and play it so loud that I can hear you from your house. Try and blast the sound out your front door all the way to my ears. I'll listen really closely to hear if I can hear you. Ready? So where are we going to play? Not over here, because now we want to play loud. So we're going to play closer to the bridge. Nice and loud, lots of bow, and lots of arm weight. Ready, set, go! Yeah, I definitely heard something. I definitely heard some sounds out there. Okay, so going back to playing on the softer side, we have to play one more note before we kind of go back to the beginning. And that's first finger on the D string, an E. So that note is going to help us connect back to the beginning, like this. Did you get it in there? Let's try it again. First finger on D at the end. Ready, set, go. Did you all get it that time? Great. Okay, so after we play the D1, we get to connect back to the beginning. And it's almost a repeat, except for there's a different ending. So this time I'm going to play the whole thing for you. I'm going to play the whole A part with the D1, and then I'm going to connect back to the beginning again, and I'm going to play the second ending. And I want you to listen really closely to the second ending, because then I'm going to teach it to you. So just listen this time. Here it is again. Here's the ending. Okay, so when we go back to the beginning, we play again, but then the ending comes in. The ending starts with that D1 note again. So let's try that. Starting with our first finger on the D1, we're going to go from the D1 to an open A. Let's try that one more time. Great. I'm going to add a few notes to that now. Did you see what was happening there? The notes were going up, sort of like they're climbing a scale. And then, so they're kind of climbing up the ladder a little bit and then climbing back down. Climbing up the steps, climbing back down. Let's try that a few more times together. First finger on D, going up to open A. Great job. Let's do it 2 more times. One more. Great job, everyone. You now have all of the pieces to put together the whole A part. We just have to stick the puzzle together. So here's a reminder of what it sounds like all together. Okay, let's try putting it all together. Everybody starting on open A. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. How did it go, everyone? Are you doing okay? Is anybody stuck on anything? Remember, if you're stuck on anything, you can send me a little note in the chat box and I'll read it. But if you're just having a little bit of a tough time, that's okay. We're going to play it a few more times to make sure it's solid. And if it's still not sticking, don't worry, because you can go over it after. This video gets saved when we're finished, so you can always come back and take the class again and fix up any parts that you missed, or you can watch the video that I recorded of just the tune and watch it slowly and see if you can put it together that way. Definitely don't expect everybody to have it perfect right off the bat. Okay, here we go. Couple more times from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. If anyone out there is having a really easy time with this and is finding this like easy peasy lemon squeezy, I'm going to give you a challenge. You could check your bow, make sure your bow is going straight on the highway. You can make sure you're holding your bow properly and that you have your thumb bent underneath. You could even try playing it with your eyes closed. If you're having a hard time getting your notes in tune, Look down at your fingers, really listen in your ears. Make sure your fingers, if you've got finger tapes, make sure your fingers are landing on the finger tapes. If you don't have finger tapes, make sure you're listening and make sure your notes sound like they're in tune. All sorts of things you can be working on if this is easy for you. Okay, let's do it 2 more times all the way through, and then we'll work on the next part. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. Great. Let's do it one more time. Ready, set, go. Okay, now's your chance to see if you can play it by yourself without me. So I'm going to listen. Maybe I'll hum. Maybe I'll listen really closely to see if I can hear you all the way from your houses. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready, set, go. Mm, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Were you able to do it without me? It's okay if you weren't. You can always go back and polish it up later. But now we're going to move on to the next part. Now, the good thing is the next part is really similar to the first part. Most fiddle tunes have 2 parts, the first part and the second part. And they usually follow, then we call the parts the A part and the B part, following the letters of the alphabet. So the first part is the A part, and the second part is the B part. It has nothing to do with the strings that you're on or anything. Like the A part isn't always on the A string or anything. But if there's one, the first part is the A part, the second part is the B part. If there's a third part, what would it be? Right, the C part. So first part is A, second part is B. If there's a third part, you'd have a C part. What if you had 26 parts? What would the 26th part be? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Z, right? The Z part. I've never played a fiddle tune with a Z part. Oh man, that would be so many parts to remember. But anyways, like I was saying, there's only 2 parts in this tune. They're really similar. In fact, the second part almost sounds like a variation of the first part. So it's kind of a different kind of fiddle tune. The other thing that makes this fiddle tune a little bit different than other fiddle tunes is most fiddle tunes have 2 A parts and 2 B parts. The parts repeat. In this song, they don't. You just play 1 A part and 1 B part. The reason for that is this isn't a fiddle tune that's structured for a folk dance. This is actually a folk tune that follows a song. So there's words to this song. Now that I think of it, I should have looked them up. They might even be in Gaelic or like Irish. They might be in an older language that I don't even speak. But I do know that this is a song. So maybe when you're finished, you could look it up and see if you can find it. Anyway, that's why it's a bit irregular. That's why the A part doesn't happen twice and the B part doesn't happen twice, because it's following the lyrics from a folk song. So here we go. Here's the B part. I want you to listen very closely. It's very similar to the A part. So what I want you to be listening for is what's different. What makes this part different from the A part? Okay? similar, hey? It's almost like you got most of the tune done. You just have to figure out those little tiny changes. Listen one more time. Nice. Hey, I just noticed something. Is Luca out there? He's not on our check-in list. And he was going to join us today. Maybe he forgot. Or maybe he's out there and just hasn't sent a comment. Luca, are you out there? Maybe not. If not, I'll make sure he gets the link so he can learn this later. Okay, let's figure out the rest of this tune. So it starts the same as the A part. But when it gets to the E, instead of doing a long, short bow, it's going to do a jiggity, 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 jiggity. So you already have all the notes. We just have to change the rhythm. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Jiggity, jiggity, jiggity. Nice work. Let's do that a few more times. Make sure everybody's got it. Ready, set, go. Did everybody get it that time? Let's do it one more time just to make sure it's locked in. Ready, set, go. How's it going, Stevie? Is it going okay? What about you, Ella? Do you have it figured out? And Miriam, I wonder how you're doing. Have you ever learned tunes by ear like this? Maybe if you've been doing Suzuki, you're really fast by ear. Maybe this is easy for you. Or maybe you've never done it before. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing. What about Aubrey? Oh, Aubrey, I'm sure you probably got it by now. And Burke did amazing in the last class, so I think you've probably got it. And Vera, oh well, Vera, no problem. Okay, well, hopefully we've got everybody. We're almost finished the tune. So the next part it's just the same as the first part again. And then the ending is stolen from the A part. It's the same ending. That ending, do any of you know the song Yankee Doodle Dandy? I don't know if it's a very popular song anymore, but it was a popular children's song when I was growing up. And that ending always makes me think of Yankee Doodle Dandy. It's kind of silly how those sometimes melodies get stuck in your head with words like that. So that's what I'm singing in my head, in case any of you were wondering. Okay, so we've got the whole B part. I'm going to play it for you once, and then I'm going to get you to play it with me. Hey, did any of you notice The B part is missing something that happened in the A part. There's a note that happened a couple times in the A part that didn't happen in the B part. Did anybody notice? I'll play it one more time. See if you can tell what I'm talking about. Did you discover what it was? I was thinking that in the A part, there's that low E, the first finger on the D that happens a couple times, right? Dun da 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 dun da da dun da da dee da da ba dum ba da da dee da da ba dum ba da dee da da. That doesn't happen in the B part. So that's a big difference between the two different parts. Okay, let's play the B part again. Ready, set, go. Okay, let's all challenge ourselves to play with our eyes closed. Even I'll do it this time. Okay, ready, set, go. How did it go? Let's try a couple other ways we can play this. What about pizzicato? Have any of you done pizzicato before? It's really fun. It's when we play with our finger instead of our bow. So if you make a fist around your frog like that, and then stretch open these two fingers so they're like kind of like lobster claws or pinchers. Put your thumb on the end of the fingerboard on the black right there, and you're going to use this pincher to pull on the string, and we're going to pluck the string. We still have to use our fingers on this end though. So this is what it would sound like. Oops, I made a mistake. I forgot the jiggity. Sorry. Okay, let's try that together. Everybody get their lobster pinchers? Everybody show me your lobster pinchers. Okay, thumb on the end of the fingerboard. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Nice work. This is a time where you might realize you need to cut your fingernails on your right hand, because normally we only have to cut these fingernails, right? And maybe our both thumb. But when we're doing pizzicato, it's very important that that nail is short too, because we can't be grabbing the string with our fingernail. Okay, guys, we got the whole tune. Let's put it together. Do you remember how the A part went? It was similar to the B part, except for we didn't have the jiggity bows. We just had long shorts. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, long, short, long, long, short, long, low note. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, low note. La da da dee da da. So we're gonna play one A part, and then we're gonna go into the B part with the jiggity bows. Okay, let's try it. And then when we're done, you can video yourselves playing the tune and send it to me, and then I can see how you did. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. Oops. B part. How'd you do? Did anybody make the same mistake that I did? I bet you didn't. I bet you played it awesome. Can I say the notes to the B part while I play? Yeah, absolutely. Actually, do you have the A part definitely good? So B part notes. A, C sharp, that's the second finger on A. E, E. Sorry, do you want the note names or the finger placements, Jolene? I'll wait for your comment to come in. Let's play it one more time, and then Jolene, let me know if you want the note names or the finger placements. Ready? Whole thing, go. B part. Okay, great job, everyone. So, Jolene, I'm not sure if you wanted the notes or the finger place. I'm going to give you the finger placement because I think that's how you're writing it out. So it'd be A, 2, open E, A2, E, A2, E, A2, A1, G1. Oh, sorry, B part. Sorry, B part. A2, A2, E, A2, E, A2, E, A2, A1, A2, 2, E, A2, A1, 2, 1, A. Okay, and when I'll make sure I write those in the book for you, so when you get it, they're in the book. Does anybody else have any questions before we play this through one last time? Questions, concerns, stories you want to tell me? Exciting things that happened in your week? Nothing. Okay, let's try it one more time, all the way through. If anybody really wants to challenge themselves, they can try playing it with their eyes closed. And let's try really playing it like a lullaby this time. Like, let's try playing it so that you put everybody in your house to sleep. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Okay, nice work, everyone. Jolene, I just got your message coming in here. I did go through the finger placements. Maybe my video is just very delayed. I'm not sure. Anyways, if you didn't get them, they'll be on the recording of this video. Okay? So everyone, we're finished the class now. There's another class in 10 minutes where I'm going to teach a little bit harder of a tune. And I'm going to teach it a little bit quicker than I taught this one. So if anybody wants a challenge, they can try that one. I'm going to teach an American old time tune called Chinkapin Hunting. So I'm going to end this stream now. So this saves by itself as a video for Highland Fairy Lullaby. And then I'm going to start a new stream for Chinkapin Hunting. Okay, so if anybody's going to finish now, thank you for tuning in. And I will see you next week. Have a great week. Bye, everyone.